Welcome. In this episode, I'm excited to present a talk on doing your work in the world and getting paid for it. The energy of getting paid for the work you do in the world and feeling the worthiness of running a soul-led entrepreneur business or being a healer, a light worker, and understanding the connection in the brain of getting paid for what you do. In my brain, this connection has taken a really long time to connect into the overall wholeness of what it means to do your work in the world and get paid for it, because it's a worthy way to spend your life and your energy. It's a worthy pursuit to help others transform their lives. It's an honorable thing to do. It's a basic human precept to be alive and to be led and to be in environments that support who you are, your talents, your gifts. And I understand that sometimes those environments may not look like what they actually are, meaning some people are working in jobs that are actually using their talents and gifts, and there's a fulfillment. There's people that are finding meaning and purpose in doing work for a company that aligns with them in some way, or the environment aligns with who they are. Maybe they are in a place like, for example, maybe somebody works at a dentist's office, and for them, it's not about the dentistry, it's about the people. Maybe they were supposed to be around these people, these connections that they get to interact with on a daily basis, and that the patients that come through are also somehow related to their meaning and purpose. There are many ways to fulfill our purpose in this lifetime. And also, it's so important for some of us who have already embarked on some level on this journey of entrepreneurship, of being led by the soul, of providing services that seem outside the box, that sometimes can't even be fully explained in words, because transformation has so many elements to it that even if you are a mentor, a guide, a coach, there is still so much that is left to the other individual and to the circumstances around the work that you're doing together, that it isn't always as black and white as, staying with the example of the dentist, of like, you have a cavity, you go in, you get the cavity filled, and then you have an interaction with the people that work there perhaps, and then you go on your way and it's complete. And it's very easy to explain as a dentist that this is the work and this is the exchange. But when we are talking about exchanging life transformation, like Tony Robbins as an example of a speaker that just comes to my mind at this moment, because he's so massively known and so gifted at, coming up in front of an audience and transforming the entire space. And people are paying money because they receive something. Like, the potential for their whole life to change is so great that people are willing to pay to go and be in these environments. And I know for myself, I have been transformed over and over by putting myself in environments with other people who are in a transformative mindset, or where the intention of the space is to transform something or connect with others. For example, other soul-led entrepreneurs who are sharing about their journey. Like, it's so powerful to be around people who are also interested in increasing their impact in the world, in their capacity to help others. My path had a wiggly piece to it, meaning that when it came to that part of, okay, I get all the things. I know what I'm here to do. I know that I'm here to have a transformation business. I know that I'm really guided and that I have everything it takes to do this, and that I actually live the lifestyle that supports this. And I'm continually working on my own evolution. All of that's great. There's a slice of the pie that comes to the actual business of it, the actual, like, let's you know, how is this, like, profit clarity, like Marie Forleo in her business school. I remember one of her lessons was like, profit clarity. Like, how are you actually making money from doing this? Because if you're not, it's not really a business, it's a hobby or a passion. And on that surface level, because I do believe it's a surface level, because many of us who have gone really deep, 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 deep into the journey of, like, self-awareness and our role as a healer in this on this planet, somebody who is walking the conscious path, it goes deeper than just like profit clarity. It's like, okay, I get that I can offer a workshop and charge, $80, and I can build my business around that. And then if it was that simple, if it were that simple, then why aren't thousands and thousands and thousands of healers and soul-led entrepreneurs offering transformation and mentoring and coaching? Why aren't thousands and thousands and thousands of them living a very abundant and big sort of life financially? It's not the norm that that would happen. It's very few people that I see and have seen that have actually surpassed this ceiling that, you know, was put there at some point. And I think that it goes deep. I think that in my own experience, that when I stepped onto the path of, like, yoga and teaching yoga and all this, what came with it, right? Because it's an energy. What came with it was an energy of, like, you shall not get the fruits of your labor. Like, that's not why you're doing it. But on top of it, you shall not receive it. There was something about that in there that I experienced personally. I experienced it in the community of yoga teachers that were around me at that time, and that it was a taboo to actually speak out. Like, for me, I felt very uncomfortable to share that actually I believe we should all be making really good money here. I don't know why I'm getting $4 per student in my class. And certainly that's not enough to, like, rent an apartment and live the way that one person needs to have their needs met. Especially where I was living, and do live in California. And it was like not making any sense, but not many people were really talking about it. And it's important to talk about now, because I want to blow out of the water this condition that because you're offering something intuitive and practical, and that you can't actually put it in words, but the energy is so powerful and profound that you're actually changing people's lives. Like, you are contributing massively to people's lives. You know, when I work with somebody and they tell me that their whole life changed because of our sessions together, because of our time together, that they have a new belief in themselves, that they now feel empowered to live the kind of life they want to live. That right there is how we change the entire world, because that will ripple out to a lot of people. And I'm not actually even saying it's better or worse than any other profession or field. I'm just saying that there's a place of honor that this particular type of work needs to have. And I'm using the word need because it's not an option, it's a need. People need to value their own transformation. People need to value who they are, their ability to heal things, their ability to transform things that are really challenging, the ability to expand and activate the level of communication in relationships, their ability to create wealth and to sustain themselves and their families in a way that feels good, that they can ripple out into the world. This, I believe, is a need now in our society. And so breaking away, this is one of the first steps that's happening, is breaking away this ceiling of, if you are a healer, that you are not going to be able to sustain and become abundant in a way that you can actually make a greater impact in your community and a society at large. And I know in my own journey that this one thing, combined with all of the other sort of challenges of stepping up when there's so many things to get you down, I find that every time I step forward, something, somebody, an idea, a thought, a doubt wants to get me down. And what is it going to take to move past that? Like, what is it going to take for you to move past that? What is it going to take for you to find yourself in a place within yourself that you can see and you can hear and you can feel? You can feel doubt, you can feel disconnection, you can feel all the things that come with continual expansion, which is continual crumbling as well. It's part of the path. So when will you come to a place where you accept this kind of crumbling as a regular friend that's there with you, and also to continue to move forward anyways, to continue to stand for what you're here to do anyways? It's never going to be perfect, and it's very rarely like everything is just perfect and you're just gonna, like, you know, do everything and there's not going to be anything that comes in your way. And I say this because it's good to have that continually in your awareness, because I believe that the magic of what I just said is that being continually on some part of yourself aware of this actually paves the way for the effortlessness, for the ease, for the smoothness, for the grace, for you to actually do what you're doing and walk through and make it to where you are being guided to go. Because even though we are like timeless beings, I believe that we are here for a time and a purpose, we still have a path to walk. And we are walking that path in time and space. And we have help from like we have help from many other dimensions in our walk through time and space. And also, we still need to walk through time and space. And if you imagine that you are walking and yet around you is going to be and is a lot of chaos, whether it's in your particular personal environment or whether it's outside of your environment, but you are connected to everything, so you'll feel it and sense it in some way. And I'm speaking here to people that are, I'm imagining listening to this who are more sensitive and empathic to energy. And so you feel energies everywhere. And you now like build this vision with me. You are now no longer walking on your path and absorbing inside into your interior these energies all around, which will weaken you, which will slow you down, which will actually have the power to like stop you in your tracks. I know I've been stopped in my tracks many times and have, you know, gotten tangled up in thoughts and ideas and feelings and really trying to figure out what's going on. And the truth is that is not like a way to stay connected in yourself. So when you can stay connected in yourself, you can keep walking on this road. And there can be so much chaos and noise around you, and that's okay. That's the world we live in. But your awareness also creates a protective film that's like somewhat invisible, but it's your awareness. It's as powerful as the thoughts that try to take you down. Your awareness is also an energy. Your awareness is a way that you can stay grounded. And in my glow method, I use grounding, liberation, overflow, and worthiness. And in grounding, I feel that this first sort of foundation is so important to be aware of in your own journey, that you get to set the stage for how you're walking with your power on your particular path.